Hello there, this is Caesar on Toast, and you're watching episode 18 of my Better Minecraft Modded Minecraft Let's Play series. In today's episode, we're going to be focusing on getting our dragon a home, because why have a pet dragon and keep it in some stables or just on the ground, which is what I've been doing up to now. We're going to be building a Skyrim style temple over on this mountain here near my base that also overlooks the nearby village. And what's more terrifying to villagers than a dragon taking up residence in the nearby mountain? So I turned up my render distance by a couple chunks so I can just about see the edge of my base over there. And what we're going to be doing is, first of all, getting off the dragon because he's making a lot of noise, or she. And to do that, we're going to use the left alt button to lower it down. I had to go away and look that one up, but there you go. And this guy's huge, so we're going to need to make a similarly huge temple for him here. And you can see this is where when I was still using boats to get around, I used a boat to get from there to there. It doesn't seem like that far, but back when you don't have elytra or whatever I've got, wings of destruction I've called them, yeah, any distance takes a long time to go. And now I've got like 3 flying mounts, I've got creative flight, and I've got a dragon. So yeah, I've come a long way. So in honor of that fact, I'm going to be making a really cool temple here. But in the meantime, between episodes, I got up to some modded Minecraft shenanigans. So I'm going to show you what I've been up to there. Ah, it's the summoner. I finally found him. I was here trying to get some donkeys and in the middle of a thunderstorm, and the summoner is here. I can't believe it. I couldn't find you at all last time. Okay, I'm going to kill you now. At least he's cool. Even if he's not a proper boss, at least he looks cool. Oh, and he teleports. Nice. You're supposed to have some guards. I could have let the guards appear, but yeah. I didn't feel like it. Oh yeah, and there's even some dogs. I think I want to collect more mobs for around my base, but I really want a donkey. So the real reason I was out here, so yes, I was looking for the summoner during the thunderstorm, of course. Why would I waste the opportunity? But I also wanted to check out this carrying glove from Carrier. It's alright, Thunderstorm, I don't need you anymore. I already got the summoner. So I already got this carrying glove from Carrier. I think it was a quest reward at some point. A challenge complete. I saved the doggo. Maybe I can tame the doggo as well? I'll get back to the donkey in a second. Come on. Eat the bone. Tina, eat your quesadilla. No, okay. You don't like Napoleon Dynamite. I get it. Okay, one dog, and the other one? Yay, friends. Okay, where's Donkey? We've got to tame him, and then I'm going to try and lift him with the carrier glove. Hey, we now have a donkey, and 2 dogs. Okay. Now, let's see, we've got the carrying glove, so with the carrying glove, I can shift and right click, just right click. Control click. Let's check the controls. Okay, there's a carrier.key. This is the carrier mod, so I'm going to guess that if I press C. Okay, are you gonna protect me, dog? No. C. Shift C. C and right click. Shift C and right click. C. Why can't I pick you up? Okay, seems like I might need to have an open second hand. And then shift right click was the instruction I found online. Possibly not. What if this is on my offhand? I don't want to punch either the dog or the donkey. This is the problem. Shift and C. I swear I did this with something the other day. I think I did it with a chest. Maybe it has to be an entity we can't normally interact with. Oh, that's unfortunate if that's the case. Okay, grab the other dog. Let's get a saddle, and then we can ride the donkey off. Here you go. Let's go. I see a sheep. We can pick it up. I don't need to pick up the sheep, but I will do it anyway. Whoa! There it is. I've got a sheep in my arms while riding a donkey, followed by 2 dogs. Whoa! And then I fell into a ravine. Okay. I need to get out of here. Yep. Donkey. Oh dear. Okay, I can't do anything while I'm holding the sheep. Okay, so it is just a right click once you get something that you actually can pick up. But unfortunate that we can't pick up the donkeys, villagers, and dogs, because those are the things I really wanted to bring back to my base. Okay, final test. We're going to teleport while holding something. Oh, we can't change items in our hotbar. Can I do anything with this? No. Okay. I have one more thing I want to try, and I think we try it with the sheep first. Okay, let's go and grab. I have it's a plate of some kind, but it's not a pressure plate. It's a pad. Yes, there it is, the directional launch pad. Now this is not a safe item, and by not safe, I'm going to demonstrate it on myself. You've got the launchpad editor. This lets you put in a vector for which directions you want to go, X, Y, and Z. So Y in Minecraft being a upwards direction. So if I tell this I want to go 10, this doesn't mean 10 blocks. I don't know what this actually does, but it's 10 something. And if I just jump on it, yeah, you can see why I say this isn't safe. Oh no, no, dogs, no. Not safe. Not safe. No. Wolf. Okay. No, don't. Okay. As demonstrated by the dear departed wolf, this is not a safe block. So I'm going to go, I'm going to put this up high so no one else can grab it. And then we're going to test it on the sheep, because I actually want to see if I can use the carrier mod and use the launchpad at the same time, because if so, I can fling things pretty far towards my base. Let's go minus 100, 10, and then positive Y. Let's do 50, 20, and let's see where this gets me. So I'm hoping this goes in roughly the right direction, then we can tweak it. Oh no, wrong way. Okay. I'm quite safe with my elytra, but that's taken me right the way back from where I came from there. Needs more testing. Yeah, okay, let's go. Crikey. Where's that put me? Oh yeah, that's remarkably close. You know, I could just use nether portals for this, or rails, or anything orthodox, but I'm interested in seeing the results from doing this in a modded way. So we had this at 200. That got us pretty much exactly where we needed to go on this line. So let's go 200, 10, minus 20. And we're going to go on the donkey and see if this works. Oh. That was quite underwhelming for throwing the donkey. Let's try again. Ooh, we actually got quite far there. We got all the way over to here. It's not the right direction, and the donkey is almost dead, so I'm going to call this experiment a bust, unfortunately. We're not going to be able to get our mobs back using the launch pads. I've watched Shrek enough times to know that this is a bad idea. You're going in the stables, mate. No dragon time. Ah, this time I really wasn't looking for this one, but I found the amethyst golem. This is in the Aether. I'm just flying around looting all of the random structures that spawned. Okay, yeah, amethyst golem spawns in the amethyst geode. Sorry, I'll put some lights on now. He was gone pretty quickly though, and I admit to having panicked just now about him appearing. Oh wow, but just listen to how pretty it is when you walk around here. Don't be alarmed, that's just Air Bunny on my head, or whatever it's called. I actually find a practical use for the table of elevation, and that is while I'm while I'm here in the Aether, there's all of these air clouds that you can actually craft parachutes out of, which I'm kind of interested in. There we go. So what does this do? Is this something I wear? A cape? Possibly? A backpack? Or a trinket? Nope. Okay, interesting. Let me try. Okay, it's got durability. Okay. Hitting right click doesn't do anything. You'd think after the first one I would have learned, but I've made this cold parachute out of the cold air cloud. Now I'm going to test this one out too. I'm right clicking. Nothing's happening. Okay. I really don't think this is going to work. But when I found this cloud, I also found the yellow moa bird, or goldenrod moa, also known as chocobo, I guess. But this is where all the rare ones have been hiding, up here with this cold air cloud. So last time when I was looking for them, I think I was looking a bit too low down. Up here where the clouds are seems to be a lot better for finding these guys. Ah, and another air bunny I can try and kidnap. Come back here. Flying with the air bunny is quite peaceful. He stops you from falling too quickly, and if you do fall too quickly, it just lets go of you. But yeah, it's kind of pleasant going through the Aether with this guy holding onto my head. Okay, I made it back with another one. I am not going to let you out of my sight. Oh, no, don't die. Okay, we need to lock him up upstairs in the base, I think. So let's shut the doors. And this is your home. Enjoy. Stop trying to escape. I can see you trying to escape there. Don't do it. Let's just name this guy before he despawns. So let's call him Houdini, because every time I get one of these guys, he escapes. So prove me wrong, Houdini. Don't escape. I can see you trying to fly out the window. Don't do it. Anyway, while I was exploring the Aether there, I found some cool new enchantments. So the one that I want to check out is called Collection. And this is one that I don't already have in my collection, but I think would be really useful to combine with any of my tools that have vein mining, which drops quite a lot of blocks. So what I'm going to do is use the disenchanter. We can get our amethyst crystals, and I need a book. And what we're going to do is use the disenchanter, pop in the amethyst shard and a book, and then we'll get the collection enchantment. And with the collection enchantment, I want to see, can I put it onto this? And yes, it looks like I can do. And this means that I won't be dropping all of the vein miner blocks everywhere. Those will go directly into my inventory. To test that this collection enchantment works like I'm thinking, we're going to go back into the Aether and try it on the quick soil. Yeah, so it's this stuff, the stuff that makes you go fast whenever you walk on it. And what I'm thinking is, if I mine this with my vein miner, it all goes directly into my inventory. Fantastic. What would happen with this is it was always suspended above the void, so it would always fall off and you'd lose it. But now with this collection enchantment, I can grab this without having to worry. And look, I've already got a stack and a half. This is so good. Only thing is, I spleef myself every time I grab some, so I need to be careful not to run out of rockets. Oh, I did the wrong thing there, but there we go. Yeah, so this is a great enchantment, and I'm hopefully going to get good use out of it, getting all this quick soil. So yeah, I've been having a lot of fun in the world. Hopefully you got some little tidbits of different mods and different things I've been trying out in those clips there. And for this build, we're going to need a lot of stone. And just looking at the sort of Skyrim style temples, these are the ones like Blackreach at the start of the game. I'm going to need a lot of stairs, and so I think a stone cutter is required. But also the color palette for this is going to very much suit the vanilla cobblestone style or default stone color, maybe with some other blocks mixed in. So we're going to start by We'll definitely... Oh, I've got 2 stone cutters now. Well, we're going to start by flattening out a little bit here, which will be the perch for where the dragon is going to stand. So I might just take the second lowest block here and sort of build out this area. Or maybe I go here and I flatten this out a bit more. So we'll go and demolish this mountain. Okay, that's already feeling like a really good space, and I could push it a few blocks further, so I'm just gonna chop off the side here as well. Okay, and the laws of terraforming say place as many blocks as you destroy, but here I think we're just gonna go around the edge roughly and beef this edge up here. Yes, Dragon, we're doing this for you. All this hard work and terraforming is going to be creating your temple where you're going to perch and terrorize those villagers, eating their sheep and such. I might even make you a treasure hoard if you're lucky, okay? Okay, we have a deal. Okay, this is looking pretty good. Now, the shape of the temple, so we're going to want to have roughly an A-frame here. So we've got a nice little central area here, and what I'm going to do is just plump down one of these stone cutters, and I want to see what we can get here. So it's in Skyrim, the textures are really large slabs of rock, and with Minecraft blocks it's kind of hard to replicate that. So maybe it's not cobblestone anyway. It might be along the lines of andesite, so the big polished andesite. We don't have as much of this. Or let's just look at the vanilla stone texture and see what we can get through the stone cutter. So if we can get tiles or something like that, heavy stone bricks, this might be the one. So let's grab some of those and see what we can do with that. Ooh, it creates these pillars. This might do it. So this is like a large connected texture style thing. So let's just see, extend that out a bit more. Yeah, I don't know how this is generating that texture. Oh, I see. It's kind of a mishmash of things. This looks slightly too neat. I wonder if I mix, say, some cobblestone into there, is it gonna start to look weird? So on these bits where it's kind of a bit uniform looking, just mix some cobble, something like that in. Yeah, I think this could work. And I need to now work out as well, can I get stairs of that texture? So if I put, okay, I can get polished andesite stairs, that's for sure. So that could always be a backup. Yeah, so let's just see how these look together. And see, this has more texture, but every block is square like this, which is really not what I'm going for. So I think it's going to be a mixture of all of these things. Getting an initial sense of scale here, and I've got my big columns, which are going to be like the supports for the arches going up. And I kind of like this heavy stone brick with the cobblestone mixed in texture to make it look a bit more ruined, a bit more weathered. It looks like here though, I'm gonna want to make this thicker, and I probably want to make these taller. So overall it could be bigger than this. And then behind it I want to have at least one more layer behind it for a bit of scale. So you know, at Disneyland, whenever they've got like a far away castle, but actually it's a small castle on a nearby hill, I think we can do that with a secondary arch up on the mountain there. But this is a good width, and I'm gonna keep on hacking away at this build until I've got something presentable for you. Quick build update. I think this is the right shape now. It's not symmetrical, so this side's a little lower, this bit's higher, that bit's lower, that bit's higher. And we've got a lot of texture in the build. So as well as the cobblestone, I'm also mixing in vanilla smooth stone, or just stone as the actual item's called. And inside here you can see I've started to carve out the mountain, and what I'm imagining is we've got some kind of stairs up inside that can take us up to the higher parts. And then this bit here, what I'm expecting to happen is we've got maybe a stairway down to the sea. Oh, there's a orc guarding my boat down there. Dragon, sort him out. And maybe we've got some other pillars supporting these bits that are floating on the outside, especially over here where it's quite prominent. And if you look underneath over here too, you can see there is a little bit of an overhang. And in the sort of picture example that I'm looking at from Skyrim, we do have some examples of arches cascading all the way down the mountainside. But I'm not sure how often that bit's going to be seen. I wonder if we fly out, we can get a better idea of what parts of the base that we're going to be looking at. Yeah, so you can see here that's looking so good from a distance. You won't really be able to see this bit behind, which is not a problem. It means that if we do something there, we don't have to make it this detailed. The only reason I'm making this so textured along the front is because this is the main bit that you're always going to see. The interior, the bits down the side and down below, I will not be spending as much time on, but this looks pretty good. I'm quite happy with how this is coming on, and I'm going to keep on building. Well, have I got something good for you? I've spent maybe the last 2 hours building, and I have something magnificent to show you. I think this is the best thing I've ever built in Minecraft, and I'm so happy with how this came out. This is inspired by that Skyrim temple build, but I've put my own take on it. I started playing around with some of the different chiseled or stone cut blocks, like the pillars and the different sizes of pillars, and I just started mixing in all these different stone textures, and I couldn't stop myself. I just went for it, and I said, yeah, that's cool. And I also put the dragon in for scale, so you can see this kind of makes sense where the dragon would perch up here. He's got the water. Whenever it's hungry, it flies down to the plains, eats a cow, eats a sheep. You know how it is. And if it gets wet and windy, he can go into the cave, which I am going to have to make next. So this is just the first level. This is the coolest thing about this build as well, is it's going to have layers. And we've just done the basic exterior, and then next step is to go inside and carve it out and maybe make a bit of a hoard for the dragon. Dragons love sitting on some gold, just like in The Hobbit, so we can probably get some of that stuff going for our dragon friend as well. But let's take a look at it from a distance, because I think this is where it really starts to shine. And even if we fly as far away as the stable in the other base, you can still see the shape of the dragon temple. I think I'm going to call it Dragon Spires. And isn't that majestic? I think I need to get the, what you call it, the looking glass out. Let's go grab one of those from our inventory. Yeah, it's the spyglass. Oh my goodness, that is amazing. And I picked this perfect mountain. It's even got the shape of the build behind it. You can see the way the stones have been scattered. Bits have fallen off over the years. You've got the stairs going up over there. And oh my goodness, this absolutely is the best thing I've ever built. Can you tell I'm pleased? I'm really happy with how this came out. Now let's go fly towards it, and we can examine some of the details underneath, on the sides, and you can take a good look at that. So here we go. You can see on this side we've got the stairs and another pillar. Over here we've got this launch pad, which I think is in Skyrim. You see things like this, not for jumping off, but in this case it's for our elytra, so we can just run off the edge there. And wow, this is crazy. The way that I've been doing the detailing as well, using this table of elevation, I can just go all the way up, and it is like, it is creative mode essentially. And some of the other really useful things is if I middle click with my mouse, I can select the blocks and it'll grab the thing from my inventory. So if I think, oh yeah, I need some more heavy stone bricks, I'll just go ahead and grab that with middle click. So yep, super happy with this build. Now we've got to make some more progress with chiseling out the inside. Hey, so I'm just taking a break from building because chiseling out that mountain is taking a while, and I could use TNT, or I could use some of the mods that we've got to help us out. So we've got a couple of enchantments that I think are going to be really useful for this build, to quickly get rid of the mountain. So I'm going to enchant this dragon pickaxe. Hopefully we don't get anything too bad on there. All right, efficiency 4, unbreaking 3. That's the best one. Okay, I got all the books I need. So efficiency 4, unbreaking 3. Let's make that efficiency 5. Mending, soulbound, collection, and crucially, vein mining. I can't get over how cool this build looks. Even though it's just one color, when you get close and you can see the texture, it's just amazing. Okay, so you can see I've attempted to get rid of some of the mountain, but here this is just gonna, oh yeah, that's what we needed. That's so much better. And this is all going straight into my inventory. You can see I don't have to go down there to collect it. I'm back after a couple of days over the weekend. I did some grunt work just digging this out, making it look really pretty inside. You can see we've gone from pretty much just a crater into something that's fully decorated. We've got the stalactites coming down from the ceiling. Maybe they're stalagmites. You can correct me down in the comments if I got that one wrong. We've even got a little waterfall with a pool down here so that the dragon can get some drinks whenever he's in here sheltering from the wind and rain. And you can tell that he's really excited about coming into his new home over here. Now let's go take a look from the outside. I've started on the upper part of the spires. This is going to be the final part of the exterior that we need to work on to finish out this build. So I'm going to be adding some more detail up over here. I've got my table of elevation, and we're going to make these have spires pretty similar to these ones, probably a little bit smaller though. But before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and make this a bit more like a dragon treasure hoard, because what good's a cool cave in the mountainside if you don't have something to guard? So we're going to go ahead and raid the storage system. Okay, so we got gold, diamond, emerald, even some gold chains, and our zanite, so extra valuable stuff there. And what I want to do is scatter these around, mainly at the back here, so that the dragon has a bit of a bed to lie on. So let's just go ahead, and I don't want to go too crazy. We only want to go with kind of the exterior pile, so we don't want to be placing blocks that aren't going to be seen. So that'll be our floor, and then we need to come up. We'll have an upper layer like that. Yeah, so this is looking a bit too fat. I'm going to flatten this out a fair bit, make it look more like a heap rather than a pile. If those are two different things, I don't know. So we basically want the floor to continue on a little bit more here. So let's just wrap that right into the edges. Yes, that looks good. So we'll have the floor just like that. Oh, and it even shimmers. All right, and now we need to think about scattering in some of the other types of blocks. You know, I don't think I've ever done a build where I've actually used these valuable items before. This is a first for me, and I really like it. This is the only place I've ever built anyway that has an excuse for why these blocks would be part of the build. And then maybe let's do the zanite here. Hey, that looks really cool. Let's see what it looks like from a distance. It looks like I'm poor, basically. I think I need to beef it up a bit more. Okay, that is actually all of the shiny blocks that I have in the game, so let's call it good. I'm not going to go mining just for valuables so that the dragon can have a fancy bed. I'm going to call that good. Now, let's get the dragon in here and see how it looks with the intended creature in there. I did work out that you can put a leash on this guy and have him just sort of tied up. I don't think that's appropriate for a dragon, so we're gonna let him be a free range dragon, but as long as you stay in here. Yeah, I'm sorry, that's all the gold I had. No, don't turn your back on me. I'm a failure. I'm so sorry. Okay, But really, now it's time to finish the outside of the base, and we can call this one good. Nice. Finally, my greatest creation is complete. I have literally put more work into this episode than any other YouTube video ever, I think. And it really shows. This build, in my opinion, is looking fantastic. So let's just do a final walkthrough before we wrap up the episode. And when I say walkthrough, we're actually going to start by flying and doing a flyby of our beautiful, beautiful dragon spires build. So let's go ahead and fly out to sea. And wow, yes, this build really comes into its own whenever it's viewed from a distance. But even so, close up, it is a looker, that's for sure. So, sorry, I did tie up the dragon just to get some screenshots. But now you're free. We can take you back inside. Yeah, let's go in because it's nighttime. Time for dragons to get their beauty sleep, not that you need it. And we can just have one last look at the interior. We've got our beautiful gold and gems. Yes, it's a nice bed, very comfortable. I know you guys like that kind of stuff. We've got our lanterns, even some candles around the edge. I am in love with this build. And even we've got our little staircase. If we ever plan on joining up the bases, there's a pretty clear path. We could have some bridges and stuff in the future. And yeah, even out here, because it's been built over the course of about a week, some of this is now lost on me, but when you look at this episode in the 20 or 30 minutes that it is, you can see the progression of this from a barren grassy hill into this, well, also barren but very menacing looking dragon spires build. And I think if I was going to change something about it, I would sort of curve these in to look more like ribs. It would look a bit more menacing like that if there was a bit more, roundness in the build. At the moment, it looks kind of like, oh yeah, okay, we built these straight up spires. But I still think that's pretty cool. And I'm quite pleased with how the top ones came out. Obviously, they're not as pretty as these ones, but they still look good up there in the distance. And they have the intended effect that I was going for. So let's just take one final view all the way from over at the base, because I think the distance we're going to be seeing it from most is from all the way over here, where it'll just be like this menacing, sinister looking place in the distance. It's like something out of Lord of the Rings. It's based on something from Skyrim, so it's not surprising. And you can just see the little glowing torches. Yes, no, this is cool. I am extremely pleased. And I hope you enjoyed watching me build it. That was so much fun. That's all I've got time for though today. So thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy this, please do leave a like. And if you want to see more episodes like this from me, why not consider subscribing? Anyway, have a great day and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.